Hey there, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am thrilled that you're here. If you are thrilled that you're here and you could subscribe, that would be amazing. And when you're ready to take your practice to a little bit deeper, I'd love to invite you into my online studio called Balanced. Below the video, you can find the link to join for free. For 5 days, I'll give you a whole tour around the studio and we can get a little deeper into our power yoga practice. So for now, have a great class. Hello, little meatballs. Welcome back to your mat. This power class is based off of the superpower class from this week. I came up with the superpower class before the power. And we're just gonna do basically the same idea, but power and not superpower, okay? So it's always good to work through these postures several times and kind of repeat things because it's really how our body remembers and how we can actually feel the progress. So what I want you to do is start seated in any position that feels good to you. Arms can be by your side or you can rest your hands on your knees. I do want you to get a really nice long spine. Close your eyes. And we're gonna do just a little bit of breath work to get this party started. And what I'd like you to do is slowly start to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. I don't want you to jump right into it. I always tell you that because, we want this to kind of roll in like soft waves, if you will, just deepening the expression of the breath and really expanding and contracting the lungs, but welcoming the space and the emptiness slowly. So it builds. So your inhale is by your nose, your exhale is by your mouth, but I want you to constrict a bit through the back of your throat so that you're creating a sound, that Ujjayi breath, that sound of the ocean or the wind. On the exhale especially, it should almost sound and feel like you're fogging up a mirror. So inhaling slowly by the nose, and again, the nose and the mouth are just passageways. You're really using the throat more than anything to do the work. And then opening the mouth and fogging up that imaginary mirror. Inhaling by the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhaling by the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. I want you to keep going. See if you can work yourself up to a 6-second count. 6 seconds on the inhale, 6 seconds on the exhale. Finding the same length between the inhale and the exhale. And again, feeling that rhythm and riding that wave of the breath. And each time you connect with that inhale and exhale, notice how the body feels as well, how the rib cage expands out on the inhale, how everything pulls in nice and tight on the exhale. The whole time you're working, keep your spine nice and long, neck long, eyes closed. And give me 2 more. Inhaling for 6. And exhaling for 6. Inhaling, filling all the way up. And exhaling, letting it all the way out. I want your next inhale to be natural and normal, through the nose only. So inhaling and exhaling now through the nose, and just readjusting to where your natural organic cadence is. Again, we're going to zip up the mouth, breathe only by the nose, and slowly come forward onto all fours. Once you hit up all fours, I want your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders, and you're going to give me 3 cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, flipping the tail, and exhaling, rounding, releasing, and letting go. Moving with the natural rhythm of your breath. Just inhaling, dropping the belly, flipping the tail. Exhaling, round, release, let it out, let it loose, let it go. Inhale, drop the belly, flip the tail. Exhale, round and release. Come into neutral, tuck the toes, head into down dog, and then walk those feet out. So again, settling down into that breath, in by the nose, out by the nose. I know I'm saying that a lot because I know sometimes it can feel uncomfortable. You know, we get so used to breathing with our mouth open that occasionally, is even us, you know, yogis that have been practicing forever, it just feels hard or uncomfortable to breathe in and out by the nose. So I want you to find that rhythm as you bend into each knee and walk your feet out. Spread your fingers wide, push the mat away, find some length and strength through the arms. And then keep walking the feet out and walk them right up to the top of the yoga mat. Slow and easy, just kind of sashaying your way there. I want your feet hips width distance apart. Grab onto opposite elbows, hang loose. Awesome opportunity here to relax your face, to relax your neck, to feel tension being pulled from the mid and upper back, the lower back. Use gravity. Gravity. I just sounded like such a New Yorker right there. It's horrible. Okay, drop your hands down to the mat. Bend the elbows, the knees deep, and come up one notch at a time. Again, open up through the shoulder blades. Really feel how good that feels. And then just simply roll the shoulders back. Palms come forward. Stand nice and tall. Resettle into the breath, in and out by the nose. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Come down over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Step it into plank pose. Plug the hands into the mat. Hold plank for the count of 5. Just firing it all up, knowing that you're going to need this strength to prep to support all that flexibility that's coming. 2. And lower down to your belly, really slow. Hug the elbows in. Perfect. Untuck the toes. Inhale to a baby cobra. And then forehead down to the ground. Tuck the toes. Push back up to plank pose, nice and strong. And then head into down dog. As soon as you get to down dog, I want you to walk your hands about halfway back towards your feet so you're in kind of a mini dog. And then I want you to grab your right hand to your left wrist and gently pull as you look underneath that left armpit. Keep your legs straight if you can. Of course, if you have a bend in the knee, there's no big deal, okay? But feel how good this feels through the back of the body. Breathe. Push deep and strong through your left hand. And then slowly release it. Right hand hits the ground. Left hand hooks onto the right ankle. And then just gently pull and look under the right armpit. Breathe by the nose. Use that gentle pull just to help to open you up a little bit more. And then slowly release back into that mini dog. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Bend your knees and come up nice and slow and easy. Yes, when you get to the top, sweep the arms out and up. Grab right hand to left wrist and immediately dip your upper body to the right as you sway your hips way out to the left. Really exaggerate this for me today. And then head right back up towards the top. Flip the grip on the hands. Lengthen a bit. Dip way to the left as you press the hips out to the right. Bring it right back up through the center. Take a long inhale. Prayer the hands to the heart as you exhale. Root down through your heels. Really nice and strong for me. Squeeze your glutes. Push your hips forward. Lift your heart. Drop your head back and take a mini back bend. Mini back bend. Listen to me. Each time you go back, you're going to shift the weight into the balls of your feet. I want you to shift it back into your heels. Keep the weight in your heels. I know this is challenging, so just repeat it over and over again until you get it. Weight to the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, breathe. 3, 2, and 1 back up to the top. Pull your belly in and forward fold. Place your hands on the mat. Give your butt a little shake and a wiggle like you're doing a little cha-cha-cha. And then as if we were going to come into that half dog again, walk your hands out just a little bit in front of you and then shift all the weight into your heels, almost peeling the balls of the feet off the floor. And feel this awesome long stretch through the backs of the legs. Almost like you were trying to pull the yoga mat towards you. Yeah, and then center your weight over your feet. Hook your big toes with your middle and index fingers. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shift the weight to the balls of your feet, and exhale, forward fold. So a little play with the shifting of the weight and feeling the difference there. When you do forward folds, you do want the weight in the front of the feet. We want to engage our quadriceps. That's, of course, when our legs are straight, and that will help us to release our hamstrings safely. We want to lift the pelvic floor.
Engage the lower belly, help to support the back, shoulders away from the ears. Pull for 3, belly to thighs, chest to knees, crown of the head to the floor. And then slowly release it. Awesome. Lengthen the spine, walk it out into plank pose. Take an inhale at plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to your belly. Inhale to up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and out by the nose. Slow, low flow. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Push the mat away. On the inhale, lift the right leg nice and high. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Hold, pause for 3. Push the floor away, lift higher, 2. Step the right foot forward on 1. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, sweep the arms forward and up. Yes. Now cactus the arms, and I want you to rotate the forearms up towards the ceiling as you lift the chin and aim the chest up towards the ceiling, taking a mini back bend. Beautiful. Now forward fold right over that front leg and immediately lift the back leg as you straighten the front leg for a wide-legged pyramid pose. Release your neck, think chin, forehead to shin. Excellent. Look forward. Rebend the front knee. We're coming into a high lunge. I want you to sweep the arms forward and up. Double check that your both legs are working equally the same. And then we're going to take those little humble bows. So take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the back knee down, tuck chin to chest, sweep the arms back, forehead to knee, bow down. Now inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, bow down. Last one, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bow down. Hold it here. Tuck the chin a little more to the chest. Bring the forehead a little closer to the knee. Use the core just enough. I know it's hard in this position, just enough to help. And then frame the front foot, lengthen the chest forward, step back plank as you inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Find strength in the hands, in the feet. Push the mat away. Find length through the spine and the legs. And then inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Hold it. Lift higher. Push the mat away. Step the left foot forward. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Sweep the arms forward and up. Cactus the arms. Here we go. Start to rotate everything up. So you're taking a mini back bend. But again, you're not crunching into the lower back. I want you to lift up and out of the lower back and bend over an imaginary beach ball. Yes, now pour the upper body right over that front leg, frame the foot, lift the back leg, straighten the front leg, wide-legged pyramid pose. Relax the neck, relax the face. Let's come into high lunge. Rebend that front knee, look forward, belly in, rise all the way up to the top. Both legs are nice and strong. Reach through your fingertips, get ready to bow. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower back knee, chin to chest, forehead to knee, sweep the hands back. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bow down and hold. Reach back, bring the forehead higher towards the knee. Let the hips come down and forward a little bit more. Breathe. Yes, and then frame the front foot, lengthen the spine, step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and out by the nose, slow, low flow. Awesome. Take a peek forward, step your feet to the top of the mat. I want your feet exactly hips width distance, which is 2 fist distance. Measure it if you are unsure. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop your tush into a tiny chair. Tiny, sit really low. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor. Reach your fingertips forward. Okay, pull your tummy in. Sit lower than you want to. I know you can. There you are. Now keep your butts low and lift your heels really high. Bring your chest and thighs exactly parallel to the floor and sweep your arms back. I always imagine us skiing here. I feel like this is what skiing looks like. Take a bind with the hands, interlace all 10 fingers. Now keep the bind, straighten out your legs, and take a forward fold with this bind. Imagine holding something really heavy in your hands. And then slowly bend your right knee and bring your right knee to your right shoulder. Taking a little stretch. Good. Switch sides. Left knee, left shoulder. Come back to the center. Release the hands down to the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sit your butt right back into that tiny chair. Bring your arms all the way up this time, like you want to touch the ceiling, biceps by the ears. I know this is harder, so give me all you got, okay? Fire things up. Now pull the belly in and sit down as slowly as you can, almost to the floor, but don't touch the floor. You're hovering right above the floor. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. Stand all the way up on 1. Push through the heels, power all the way up to stand. Boom, take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold down over those legs, let it go. That was amazing. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and then take a vinyasa. Plug the hands, hop or step back, lower down slow through your chaturanga. Inhale through to your up dog cobra. And exhale your way into down dog. Freeze it, hold it, breathe. Good. Left leg, we're gonna start on the left leg. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold for 3, 2, step the left foot forward and rise into a high lunge, all the way up like you mean it. Working our way into eagle pose. I want your right arm to sweep under your left arm. Eagle the arms, sit the hips a little bit lower. Pull the elbows down, pull your belly in and hinge forward about 45 degrees. Now listen carefully. All the weight comes into the front leg as you really slowly lift the back leg and you float to warrior 3. I want you to think of that transition like a posture. It is. We're going to stand all the way up for eagle. So start to bring that back foot forward, back knee forward, right thigh parallel to the floor, and then twist it up in eagle pose. If you can hook the foot, glorious. If you can't, you are not getting any less benefits. Keep trying, keep pointing the toes where you want them to go. Press the top leg a little deeper into the bottom leg. Don't change your legs, just your arms. Release your arms out to the side and up. Yes, now float all the way up until your right thigh is exactly parallel to the floor. Take your left hand to your left hip and get ready for big toe hold. Right middle and index fingers. Hook the big toes of your right foot. Send the right foot forward. Yes, you want your 2 legs straight. That may not be happening on the right leg just yet. Left leg is absolutely straight and strong. If you're bending the right knee, that's okay. Listen to these instructions for everyone. I am pulling your head up. You're directing your tailbone down. Feel your right heel start to slide further away from you as your toes come towards your nose. Yes. Now release that right foot. Keep the right leg forward, both hands to hips. Slowly come back into warrior 3. Bend the right knee. Micro bend the left knee. Float back. Your hands are still on your hips. Hold it. And meet me in high lunge. Float that right leg back as you reach your arms up. Take an inhale. Exhale. Frame the front foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and out by the nose. Slow and steady. Okay, it's going to be right leg this time. We ready? Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, I want you to hold that there for 3. Give me everything you got. For 2, right foot steps forward. Rise to a high lunge, immediately feeling this glorious strength through your legs. Eagle the arms, left arm under right. Palms are as close together as you can get them with the wrists straight. Strong legs sit a little lower. Pull the elbows down as you hinge forward about 45 degrees. And then slow motion, okay? Shift the weight forward, boom, the back leg lifts, you're floating. Warrior 3 with those eagle arms. Let's come into full eagle. Start to draw the left knee forward and up as you stand all the way up. Put the left leg up and over the right. And again, the idea is that you're sitting down really low in this posture. We take chair before this one for that exact reason.
Feel the compression through the legs. Pull the elbows down a little bit more. Now don't change anything, just the arms. Release them straight out and up. Float the left knee up until the left thigh is parallel to the floor. Put the right hand to the right hip. Left middle and index finger, hook your left big toes and go. Big toe hold on the left side. All the same rules apply. Right leg is strong and steady. Tailbone's pointing down. That helps to level out your hips. I'm pulling your head up, your bellies are in. Your face is relaxed. You're not making scrunchy monster faces. Now, keep the foot where it is. Release the hand, left hand to hip, and slowly warrior three. Really slow. Again, that super ninja move. Hold warrior three with the hands on the hips. Feel the posture, and then float it back to that high lunge as you raise the arms up. Take an inhale at the high lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and out by the nose. Take an inhale, lift the right leg nice and high. We're back to the right leg up. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, hold. 3, 2, step the right foot forward, warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms up. Get serious about this posture. It is so fantastic and such it has the capability to really show you your strength. So really embrace this warrior 2. Hold it, freeze. Straighten the front leg, rotate the toes forward. Heels lined up, pigeon toe the feet, forward fold. This time what I want you to do is put your hands flat to the mat, lengthen the spine, take your right hand to your left wrist, real similar to what we did in the beginning of class. Reach the left arm straight out in front of you, almost so the hand is in line with the shoulder, okay? Otherwise it's gonna be uncomfortable. Pull with your right arm as you twist and look under the left arm. Now, if this is extreme, stay here. If you can do a little more, bend your right knee. And again, I know rights and lefts, you're going, which is the right? It's the one you're not holding on to. Breathe for 3, for 2, and on 1, just go ahead and switch sides. So right hand is like out in front of the right shoulder. Left hand hooks right ankle. Twist as you pull gently with the left arm. Look underneath the armpit, the right arm, and then go ahead and bend that left knee. Again, it's the one you're not holding on to. Breathe here. Good, and then really slowly, slowly release it. So both hands are gonna come underneath your face. You're gonna lengthen your spine, take your arms straight out to the side as you lift your chest halfway and hold. You're floating, you are long. Give me really strong quads. Lift on the quads, feel the belly, and now come all the way up to stand. Yes, warrior 2 to the right. Right toes out, left toes in, bend the knees, sit down. As soon as you get there, flip the palms, Bikram triangle. Right elbow in front of right knee. Reach down as you reach up. I want you to hold this for the count of 5. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna come into side angle. So your bottom hand's gonna touch the mat. Maybe it's just fingertips, maybe it's the whole hand. Top arm reaches up and over. Feel the extension from the top hand into the back heel. And then side plank, listen carefully. Rotate the left hand all the way down so the left hand touches the floor right under the left shoulder. Lift the back heel, rotate to the knife edge of the back foot, and then right foot on top of left. You're in side angle facing the other way. Side plank. Reach up as you reach down. Bottom body lifts top body. From here, we're coming into pyramid. So float your top leg up. With control, step it forward to the top of the mat. Shorten your stance. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Shift slightly more weight into the front leg. But more than anything, what I really want you to do is press down through the 4 corners of both feet. Really root the feet down. And then feel like you're lifting up from everywhere else. That'll give you more stability and you'll find a whole lot more space through the spine.
From here, we're taking a standing split. So just rotate the weight forward, shift the weight forward, lift the back leg. Let the hip open. I like to get playful with this posture. So, you can let the left hip open. Obviously, not all the way. You're not in half moon. Really energize through the back leg. Wrap the right forearm behind the right calf. Focus your eyes on one spot, maybe your toes, maybe the top of the foot, and then just start to float the left hand up until eventually you can wrap it behind. Yeah. For here, we're going to come into a half split. So just slowly start to settle that left leg far behind you. Lower the back knee down. I do want you to untuck the back toes and then sit back into half split. Now, if you can sit all the way onto the back heel, do it. If your hips are up high, that's okay. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, take a little fold over that leg. Yeah. And then we're going to round this sucker out with a little vinyasa. So start to move all the way forward. Plug the hands into the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. Spread the fingers wide, push the mat away. Immediately find your base. And then inhale, lift that left leg high. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Hold, push the mat away for 3. For 2, give me more. On 1, step the left foot forward, warrior 2. And again, I want you to really feel this sucker. Your head should be right over your tail. Our tendency is always to kind of lean forward. Readjust so the head's over the tail. Both legs, you feel this intense energy coming out of. Even in the fingertips, you're energized. And now straighten the front leg. Rotate the left toes forward and forward fold all the way down. Now this time, either grab your big toes with your middle and index fingers or grab the heels from the back, whatever your grip is. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold, knowing that our goal is to touch the forehead to the floor. Now, if you're laughing at me when I say that, open the feet a little wider. If this is easy for you and you're like, oh, I'm just hanging out, I love this posture, you shouldn't love it. I want you to shorten the stance a little bit and make it more of a challenge. You should just be grazing the mat with the forehead. Visualize the spine, lengthen the vertebrae, the space between the vertebrae. Yes, and then slowly release, but we're coming out strong. So arms out, belly in, come halfway up and hold. Again, give me these gorgeous strong legs, lengthen the spine, lengthen through the arms, and then come all the way up to the top. Warrior 2, left toes out, right toes a little in, sit down. As soon as you hit up warrior 2, flip the palms and head into Bikram triangle, left elbow in front of left knee. Reach up as you reach down, strengthen immediately through the back leg, which tends to go lazy on us. And reach from the crown of the head to the back foot. I don't want your neck all kinky, okay? Kink is great, but not here. I want you to lengthen the neck. Now float the bottom hand down, get ready for side angle. Top arm reaches, reaches, reaches as you open up the chest a little bit. And again, lengthen from the fingertips of your right hand all the way into the back foot. Side plank is coming. Right hand down to the mat. Rotate to the knife edge of the back foot, stack it, and lift it. There you go. Just flip it, baby. So lift the hips higher than you want. Give me a really strong bottom hand, push up, flex the feet, breathe easy. I know that's the hardest part. Pyramid, float the top leg. With total control, step it forward. Shorten the stance, inhale, lengthen, and level the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Again, press down through the feet, lift up through the inner thighs. That took me a long time to understand. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please just keep trying. Because once I got it, it unlocked this posture for me. So again, you push down through the feet and think about lifting up, everything from the ankles up. Let's lift up that back leg. Shift everything forward, standing splits. Command it, lift it. At the higher the leg goes, the lower the torso goes, okay? So we want to touch our forehead to our shin. Left forearm behind the calf, pull yourself closer. Focus your gaze on one spot. Do not make up your mind that you can't. Release the right hand. Hold 3, 2, and then we're coming into half split. So hands to the mat. Right leg comes down far behind you. Drop the right knee, untuck the back toes, and then sit back onto that
the heel of the back foot. And again, if you don't make it all the way to the heel, it's no big deal. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Catch yourself if you get frustrated with yourself. I think that's the worst thing that we can do. And it's also the hardest thing to stop doing because we're in the habit of doing it. But start to pay attention to it because it's really unhelpful. So, you just simply find your edge, whatever that is that day, that it should change daily, and push a little against that edge. But don't get frustrated by where the edge is located. It's the pushing against it. It's the motivation to move it that really matters. Okay, let's come through vinyasa. Shift forward, plug the hands. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Beautiful. Settle into a nice strong down dog. And we're going to work a little bit of pigeon into this session. So what I'd like you to do is inhale, lift the right leg high. Bring the right knee towards the right tricep and hold it there. Hovering in a plank position, so shoulders are over wrists, right knee, right tricep. Shift the right shin forward and then place it down into pigeon pose. Your back toes should be tucked. Use that to slide the back leg further back and then look back and make sure the back leg is about parallel to your yoga mat. Now, keep a bend in the knee if your knees are not great. And of course, our ideal move is to bring this front shin parallel to the top of the mat. But you never force that. If it happens, great. Feel free to flex the foot. If your shin is not parallel to the mat, you just relax the ankle. And then forward fold over that leg. Once you start to relax into this posture, make sure that you're not rolling to the right. We tend to kind of roll out. Try to keep our two hips equal distance from the mat. And yeah, eventually we want to get our forehead all the way down to the floor. But again, check out where your limits are today. Where's the edge? And then work from there without judging it or analyzing it. What I do want you to do is do your best to relax. And I know that in this posture for a lot of people, that's, it seems like an impossible task. Use your exhale. Lengthen it just a little bit. Release a little tension from your face. Release a little tension from your neck and shoulders. And let that translate all the way down into the hips. You're not trying to force or muscle your way in anywhere, but you're also not avoiding. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, slowly make your way up. And all we're going to do is head into a 3-legged dog. So come onto the hands. Take your time with this. Tuck the back toes, lift the leg, shake it, wiggle, wiggle, let it out, let it loose, let it go. Pedal the feet out a couple times. Set yourself back up in that nice strong down dog, knowing that you're going to kind of float the pigeon a little bit. So here we go. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee comes towards the left tricep. Hold it, lock it in. Shift the left shin forward a little bit. Push the floor away for 3, 2, and then lay it down. Easy pigeon. Okay, tuck the back toes, slide that back leg back, take a peek back there. Make sure that leg's parallel to the mat. And then forward fold. I want you to do the same thing you did on the other side. So, always look for the symmetry. Even if it doesn't feel the same, because it's very likely that one side doesn't feel the same as the other. Once you get yourself down there, again, I'd like you to just double check that their hips are level. You're not, leaning over to the left side or feel like your weight is heavy or pulling you over to the left. And then really slowly, really easily start to lower down, or not. Focus on the breathing.
Make sure it's in and out by the nose only. Try to release something as you exhale, even if it's just the smallest of tension. For 5. 4. 3. 2. 1, slowly make your way up. Again, take your time. Place the hands on the mat, tuck the back toes, sail it into a nice 3-legged dog. Shake and move that left leg around a little bit. Pedal out the feet and say hello to your final down dog. So spreading those fingers wide, pushing that yoga mat away, settling maybe the heels down to the mat for the first time sometimes. Breathe. Drop both knees down to the mat. Stand up on the knees for camel. I want you to come up really slowly because we can tend to get a little bit dizzy after being upside down. So, let your stars kind of settle down before we start. Knees, hips with distance. They can be a little bit further if your back is tight. Hands come to the lower back. I think like back pocket area is the best place. As you push your hip bones forward, you got to squeeze the tush a little. Okay, so squeeze the glutes, think buns of steel, hips forward, hearts and eyes high. If you've never done this posture before, do not make up your mind that you're not going to do it today. Okay? Just listen and move with me. Right hand to right heel. If you reach it, great. Reach down with the left and grab the left heel. If you don't reach, then you decide to put your hands back on your hips. No matter where you are, push your hips forward and lift your heart high. So I always say, if you were to let go of your heels, you would fling forward. I don't want you to feel that you're heavying back. You're moving forward for another 3, 2, and then one hand at a time comes to each hip as you come up, and then sit back on the heels of your feet. Let that posture go. Let whatever it brought with it go. Bring your knees close together, all the way together. Bring your heels a little bit closer together. Bring your arms over your head. Cross your thumbs only. So palms glued tight, thumbs crossed. Lengthen your spine and slowly come down into half tortoise. I want you to think about touching your forehead to the mat before your fingertips touch down. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Once you get down there, it's only the knife edge of your pinky finger that touches the floor. The rest of the arms, including the wrists, are in the air. Sink your hips back. Chin is away from the chest, okay? You don't have chin to chest. You have a long spine. That includes the neck. Now coming out the same way you came in, start by engaging the core. Lift the arms and then lift and float everything up as if I was pulling you out and up. Release your arms down by your side. Take your feet out from underneath you. Let your legs come out in front of you nice and long. You're going to scooch your buns back a little bit so that you really feel yourself just kind of tilted forward with the pelvis sitting on the sits bones. Hook your big toes, middle and index fingers. If your legs are bent, your knees are bent, that's fine. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. I want your belly to your thighs, your chest to your knees, and one day your head to your toes. So look towards your toes so that you're moving in that direction. For me, I always think I want to bring almost my chest to my feet. So I'm not just trying to lengthen with my head and round my spine, but I'm pulling my whole spine forward. And I'm really getting closer to doing the work. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release it. Let's take a spine twist. Left leg can stay long or bend the knee. Right heel up and over. I want you to sit totally flat on the floor. Right hand behind you, left arm way up. Create a lot of space. Bring the elbow over the knee. Hook the bottom knee if you can. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And I said this in the superpower class, and I think it's a really important thing to pick up on. But think of your spine. Really visualize the spine.
so that you lengthen up and twist back. So there's a sensation of moving up and twisting rather than moving down and forward. Shoulders are about parallel to the floor. Chin is about parallel to the floor. Twist a little bit deeper. And then slowly release that whole thing. Beautiful. So come right over to the other side. So just swap out the legs. Make sure, again, your seat's flat. You're not sitting on this foot, okay? Left hand is behind you, right arm up. Bring it over the knee, push the knee back. And then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And again, these little cues of even shoulders parallel to the floor will help you to lengthen up, because if not, you're kind of curling in, your left shoulder's down. You got the both shoulders parallel to the floor, the chin parallel to the floor. You're inhaling up, exhaling back. And this is such an awesome thing to do for the spine, for the internal organs. Good. Slowly release that whole thing. And then we're going to come down onto our mats nice and strong. So feet forward, reach forward. I want you to engage your core and start to lower down really, really, really slowly. Really energize through your feet, through your fingertips, through your legs, through your arms. One vertebrae at a time lowers all the way down to that mat. And then right away, draw the right knee into the chest. Instead of interlacing the fingers, I would love for you to grab your opposite elbows, okay? If that's too much, then interlace your 10 fingers. But if you can grab the elbows so your right knee is like in the crook of your right elbow, and then pull down just a little bit harder, get the four corners of your torso nice and flat to the mat, lengthen a little bit through the left leg, hold it here for 3, for 2, and then release that whole thing on 1. Let that blood flow through the right side. Lift up the left. Let's try the same thing. So again, if you can do opposite elbows, amazing. If not, just interlace the fingers. No big thing. But I want you to definitely, no matter where the grip is, you feel that you're pulling down hard. So we get this little pinching in our hip. We definitely feel a lot of pressure in the lower part of the belly. For 3, 2, and then slowly release that left leg, let the blood flow. Both legs are gonna lift up. I want you to go for the elbows again. Now again, if you don't get there, it's no big thing. Just grab the forearms, grab the wrists, whatever. Feet side by side, uncross the feet. Knees side by side. Shoulders down, back of the neck nice and long. I want you to imagine that I was at your house and I was pushing down on your booty. Feel how you're lengthening the spine a little bit with that pressure. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly release everything down to the mat. Extend the legs nice and long and let the blood flow. Excellent. I want you to lift the legs straight to the sky for an L-shaped pose. We're going to stay in L-shape for just a sec. Ideally, we have our heels over our hips or our knees over our hips. So if this is really hard for you, just simply bend the knees and it's knees over hips. But if you can do heels over hips, that's great. Hold it here for the count of 5. Let's flip our palms up in a nice receiving mode for 3, for 2, and then what I'd like you to do is bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, bring your feet towards your good stuff. Take your hands, hook the knife edges of your feet, interlace your fingers, and then pull your feet towards your goods as you press your knees nice and far away from you. Get a really long spine here. Tuck the chin slightly towards the chest, so feel the back of the neck nice and long. Breathe. For 3. Little bit easier. For 2. Now you're going to keep the shape with the legs, release the hands, and just let the feet fall to the earth, just like that. You're going to move the feet obviously a little bit further away from you, so it's more like a diamond shape you're making. Palms up towards the ceiling, arms by your side. I'd like you to close your eyes and relax. We're going to do a couple of the same breathing exercises that we did when we started, where you're going to start to inhale by your nose and exhale by your mouth. All the time, constricting a bit through the back of the throat so that the nose and the mouth are simply the passageways. When you're ready, start to inhale a little longer and a little slower and a little fuller than what you've been doing. And rather than matching the length of the inhale, I want you to make the exhale a little longer than the inhale. So if your inhale is 4 seconds, Your exhale is 6. Do it again. Inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Remember, it's like fogging up a mirror. Keep going. I'd like you to do this for about 5 rounds. And start to also pull your awareness on the exhale to relax your hips. Let your knees feel a little heavier. When you inhale, you're not tensing back up. You're allowing that relaxation to stay, but you are filling up. And there's an image I'd like you to go with. Allowing yourself to fill up with all the good stuff, with all the energy, the ambition, the motivation, without tensing up. As you exhale, you let everything flow. Two more. And the last one, the best one, the longest one, the deepest one, the strongest one. Make this exhale way longer. Really take your time with it. Let it all go. And as soon as you're done, relax the legs all the way down, extending them long into Savasana. You're always going to have your heels slightly in, your toes fall out to the side. It should feel so good on your legs. Maybe slide the shoulder blades a little closer together to make a mini pillow for the heart. Relax your face. And I want you to just let it all go. The breath, the fight, the energy. Take a moment to find nothing but surrender. You will only find this through practice. Don't give up. There are going to be days where it feels impossible to surrender, to let go, and to loosen the grip. Practice anyway, even when it feels like nothing's happening. I promise if you do that, something will eventually happen. So stay with the work. Stay with the breath. Stay with stillness for as long as feels good. Namaste.